Hello again, Dan from Prayer Warriors, trying to catch you in between cat videos. Today, on our topic, I'd like to talk about the post-flood Nephilim. This is the second incursion of the angels that mated with women. Now, the first group of watcher super angels before the flood corrupted the whole earth except for Noah and his family. Noah's family were no doubt pretty much the only fully human, genetically pure group left. Even the animals were affected as Satan was trying to destroy God's creation. These angels were judged and put in chains and banished to Tartarus. In Greek mythology, Tartarus was explained as the lowest point of hell, the place where the Titans who were defeated by Zeus were restrained. It is described as being as far below Hades as heaven is high above the earth. As far as we can apply Greek mythology, we can understand that these angels were cast so far down as to be out of sight. No one would think that they would ever be able to crawl out, which is the case. After the flood, after Satan found out about the promises to Abraham and how God's people would be descendants of him and bring forth the Messiah who would crush his head, a lesser group of angels came down and laid down a minefield in Israel while the family of Jacob had grown for 400 years into a nation while in Egypt. As Christian author, researcher L.A. Marzulli would put it, it was a desperate attempt, maybe even a kamikaze type attempt by Satan to corrupt the bloodline of the Jews because the Messiah had to be fully human while also being fully God. If the genes were corrupted, Jesus couldn't have become the kinsman redeemer of Adam's descendants and redeemed us because Jesus did not become a Nephilim. He was fully human and fully God. These were an abomination of God's creation, these Nephilim. When the 12 spies came to spy the land, all of them except for Caleb and Joshua claimed that they were like grasshoppers in the sight of the inhabitants, and they couldn't do it. God commanded them after that to wander until only those that were under 20 were around, and then they could enter the land. Now, only Caleb and Joshua was from that original group, and they were older, and they were preserved in age and allowed to fight and conquer. They weren't kidding about the sizes and the fierceness they faced. The Zamzummim, Anakim, and others were huge. King Og was estimated to be 13 feet tall. These giants, although not as big as the ones pre-flood, were very powerful and agile. They had double rows of teeth, unbelievably strong, and also cannibalistic. Later on, we see some still remained up until David's time, Goliath and his 4 brothers being examples. It's also thought that many fled earlier than this to flee from the face of Joshua. In fact, there's a stone near the Straits of Gibraltar attesting to the fact that they fled from Joshua, the son of Nun. Now, I can't confirm whether that's legit or not, but I'm just putting that out there. There's also a stone tablet that has been locked away in a New Hampshire museum where they have standing stones and what looks like Nephilim architecture that lines up, oddly enough, with, if you draw a straight line through, it lines up to Stonehenge in England. And now this tablet has been locked away for decades, and it's just recently been translated from, I think it's Proto-Canaanite, and it was a dedication stone to Baal of the Canaanites. So I've got the links below, and may God bless you.